Itu dia, mai dah. Masya Allah, Masya Allah. Look at all these beautiful people. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for coming in. We will wait a little bit more for everyone else to come in. I see familiar faces. I'm going to say this later when everybody comes in, but I'm going to say it for the benefit of those who are already in. Tan Sri has been in kind of like in a hiatus for 3 years almost. And this is her first public appearance and she's with us today, mashallah.
MashaAllah. We are blessed. Alhamdulillah. We are blessed.
You all must know, Tan Sri and I, we are from Penang. So every now and again,
it's obvious lah kan.
Good to hear the Penang coming in.
Anyway, whilst we're waiting, tell me a bit about Adla and your WMN.
Please, Datin Liz, silakan.
Oh, okay. All right. Hi, Tan Sri. I don't know whether you remember me from my win.
Of course.
Yes. Okay. That I have to be very frank with you. The idea started when I joined my win. So when I joined my win, so I created Adla through my win. So I'm very, very thankful to you, for organizing my win and give us the opportunity to come up with new ideas. So basically, Adla, my passion is to focus on harnessing talents, women especially, in the area of usahawanan lah. All right, and I do bring in the elements of work-life balance because I felt that women to be an usahawan is not easy if they don't manage their household in a manner that is successful as well as the business. So that's why Adla was created. All right. So this woman mentoring network is basically focusing on harnessing women in terms of mentoring skills. But kita tak focus on up market lah, Tan Sri. We are focusing on the M40 basically because I felt that there's a gap. M40 ni ramai yang kata knowledge tapi tak kata diberi perhatian. Okay, so we are focusing on M40.
Sorry, can I? Okay, Adla and Women Mentoring Network. How do you work?
Okay, Adla is my company.
Yeah.
Okay, Women Mentoring is a program under Adla.
Okay.
Yes, it's a program under Adla. So because of the pandemic, so I find it much easier to connect women. So I got these beautiful ladies here. Some of them, they put their WMN to be part of the network to actually now start to advocate women on mentoring skills as well.
I think that's one. It's great idea. Like for women to get together, and help other women and empower them.
Correct.
That's very important.
Exactly, because I think you are passionate too, Tan Sri. I mean, that's where the My Win started and all this, yeah?
Yeah, it's unfortunate that we, after what happened and all that, we couldn't continue because we were just taking off, like My Win was just finding its space and all of that. Just about to.
Exactly,
but
we can still work together.
You see, we have you as one of the graduates.
Yeah, we have KD Ismaila Sari. She's actually part of the Women Mentoring Network as well. If you remember KD,
yes.
Yeah,
I actually I'm really happy to hear this. That I do meet once in a while. What I call graduates of friends of My Win, because when we started, it was so new.
Correct.
Then once in a while I meet women who had attended some of our courses and all of that, and I feel so good that we had been of some help to the women.
Yeah, of course. I still talk about it until now. I always say I'm a graduate of My Win. I feel very proud. Yeah. And unfortunately because of certain things kita tak boleh nak continue, right?
Yeah, that's right. Tak apalah, we move on. It's not the end of life. We move on. And then there you are. Like for instance, now that you have your Adla and WMN, I think it's great. And the other one is your the other sponsor here, tiga kan ada.
Oh, ICSBS. ICSBS is International Council of Small Business, which I'm actually one of the members. Right. So, but they are supporting us in terms of branding. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's good. And Juwita is, the face of your all these shows.
Yes. Yeah. Unfortunately, I met them. All right, over to you, Juwita.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the WMN Talk Series, Voice of Change. And today is someone very, very special with us. I actually told her that I was having butterflies in my tummy. I don't know why, but I'm like so intimidated to have Tan Sri Shahrizat Jalil with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tan Sri Shahrizat. Thank you so much, Tan Sri, for being with us. For those of you who do not know who she is, she is currently the president of Pertubuhan Alumni Rumpun Fakulti Undang-Undang Universiti Malaya, or known as PAFAM. Is it PAFAM or PAFUM?
Well, parfum actually, yeah.
Okay, we don't turn it into French then.
Yes.
And of course, she's the patron of Badan Amal Raya, also known as Raya. And of course, she was the founding minister of the Women's Family and Community Development for about what, 11 years? That's
yes.
Well, Wanita UMNO Malaysia, thank you so much for being here with us. Okay, the thing is, when I send the posters out, right, and people were asking me, this topic is so different. It's so not the Shahrizat Jalil that we know. So tell me why you've chosen to speak about the beauty of being young at heart.
Well, firstly, I want to say Assalamualaikum to everybody, and to have on record, my appreciation for towards Adla and WMN and ICSB for thinking of inviting me today. Actually, I am more or less on sabbatical, not so much retirement, but sabbatical. And one day I received a text from Juwita, whom I've not heard from in the longest time, but I follow her on her IG, so I know what she's up to. And she asked me, would I want to come, just have an informal, casual chat with, a few women and all that. So I thought, I have, I've not been accepting invitations and all that, been spending my time, doing other things. But Juwita being so persuasive, and I think she didn't want to take no for an answer. So I said, okay. I said, Juwita, I just did, because I'm quite active with our law faculty, punya alumni, and I was doing some really serious stuff and all that. Because for my alumni, we have really the luminaries from the legal and judicial world, like our members. Okay, the Prime Minister is also our alumni member, the Ketua Hakim Negara, Attorney General, Speaker of Parliament, Solicitor General, and so on and so forth. So we are doing just finished some very technical stuff. So I told Juwita, if you really want me to come, can we just talk about something which is, down to earth, it's not only about data, but something which should touch the heart of, because I know that, all the women will be here. And also I said, because I'm always, talking about women, about politics, about the economy and, the like. So I said, what is it you think that we can talk about, which is slightly different? So I said, because she was talking about, are you on retirement or what? I said, Juwita, I am on sabbatical. No matter what, I feel then she asked me, how do you get by? I said, well, because I feel young at heart. So she said, so actually she chose the topic. We were just having a chat. And she said, young at heart, why don't we talk about it? So I thought, why not? Because it is so relevant today. It is really relevant today, especially after the pandemic, and lockdowns that we've been going through. A lot of, the casualties from this COVID-19 has been, older people. So how do they cope with it? So I thought, why not? Let's talk about it. What propels you, which has made, or rather what has made you survive, all of this? I think at the core of it is really, whether you're a man or woman, no matter what age, actually, you must come from your heart and your mind. And, in short, it is like you have to be young at heart. Maknanya, you don't give up on life.
Right.
Basically, it is about not giving up on life, finding, whatever stage you are in, finding, new passions, new interests. If you're of a certain age, you need to reskill, you reskill. So basically, it is, I feel like this young at heart thing is not peculiar only to, you know, those who have attained a certain maturity or age, you know. Menua lah, the Malay word is, the Bahasa word is menua. It is also applicable for the young who have got old souls. You know, like a lot of young people, or maybe not, yeah, maybe if they're 40, 50, some of them, they hit, you know, you know, some challenges in their lives, and they just like, that's it, you know, that's it. So I thought that is not right. You must take the bulls by the horns and go for it. I think I see my cousin Kartini all the way from Australia. Hi Tini, how are you? Yeah.
Assalamualaikum, Kak Ijaz, quickly.
I was
Hi,
late.
Tini. Hi.
I'm surprised to
Hi.
see you here, Tini. She has been living in
She's my
Australia.
classmate, Tan Sri.
Apa dia?
Tini is my schoolmate. Yep.
Masya
Hi, Tini.
Allah.
Liz.
Schoolmate.
Yeah.
So there you are. How?
Actually, Dr. Lily
Yeah.
advised me to quickly join you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I won't interrupt.
So, you know, so when, and then Juwita said, okay, why don't we talk about it? And also, I really, you know, don't want to be talking for now, this month at least, you know, about politics or women, data, or all this kind of like really hard stuff. So I wanted to go into something which, you know, we will enjoy talking about, but relevant. So if I can inspire even one of you, I think this session would have been useful.
Right. Okay. This age, this menua ni kan tua, orang kata tua. Why do you think it's such a taboo? This thing about, you know, aging and stuff like that. You know, it's such a taboo to a lot of people. In your opinion, why is that so?
In fact, I asked my daughter today, you know, like, how do you young one, you know, how do you see the you know, us as, for instance, at my age, in our 60s, you know? So she's, my daughter thinks it's a cultural thing. Because like, for her, you know, you must do things even in your 80s. I mean, not say anything. For instance, to look at Tun Mahathir, you know, like, he's not given up on life or his career or whatever, you know, to that extent, you know, he's really very inspiring. No matter what your political inclinations are, you got to give it to him, betul tak, you know? So especially for us women, because our life expectancy is so much higher than the men. Like today, let me say, I've got actually because of this our get together petani, I started looking at some of the data on this. So so before we have fun talking about the things, I just want to share a little bit, you know, some data. You see, globally, we are growing in numbers and age. By 2030, there will be 8 billion people in the world, and 1 billion will be around the age of 65. 65, okay? So, and they're living longer and they're living better. Up to last year, for Malaysia, up to last year, more than 7% of Malaysia's population last year 65 years old, 65 years old and above. So by definition, we are already an aging nation.
Wow.
We're already an aging nation, okay? So at current trajectory, those yang umur 65 and above projected to double to 14% by the year 2044, aged nation, and to 20% by 2056, we will be a super aged nation. I looked at the figures, I'm like thinking, my God, okay?
So we are an aging nation.
Absolutely. So what do we do with it? So you ask me, why is it like people want to talk about aging? Because I think it's also cultural. We put it on ourselves, you know, the word tour. Yeah. So we changed the word. I think when I was in the ministry and all that, you know, we already begun to change already this concept about aging, you know. Old is gold. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, old is gold. Can you imagine our, you know, those who are, okay, even in the 50s, in some societies, 50 pun dah tua sangat. In other societies, life is just beginning at 50.
They say
like,
only 30, kan?
yeah. So actually, kan, it's a cultural mindset which all of us have to change. So for today, all of us who are, maybe say 50 and above lah, tak kira lah 90, 65. Let's say start at 50 lah kata kan. Normally kalau women tu, kalau dah hit 50 tu, dia kata, oh dah tua. Walah tak tua pun. And for me, I'm blessed because I come, firstly, my family surrounding, semuanya hati muda.
Yeah.
Darah muda, hati muda. I don't understand the meaning of, being old. Because from my grandmother, she was quite famous in Penang, known as Cik Mahmoden. Until the day she passed away, she always had the glint in her eyes.
MashaAllah.
So women, I think we must have that,
Yes.
And if 10% of the population, this is about 30 over million of us, if you're not young at heart, what will happen to the nation? You're still productive. You have all the years of experience, you're mature. What are you going to do with it? So for me, again, all of us will have to start, glamorizing aging. And we must not be apologetic. Yang ni I tak tahan tau. Macam actually, yeah, I mean like, I always tell my age. Because you know why? Especially when I was in government dulu, because I want older people to feel good about themselves.
Right.
For instance, all you young ones here, okay? Okay, I'm 68, and if I can inspire you, and say, hey, like, there is life even at 68, like other people inspire me, older than me, that we can still achieve, we can still contribute. Why? Because we're young at heart, we're not giving up our life. I think that would be great. So actually, this thing, why is it? I think we have to blame ourselves. So we must change. And start, as I said, for me, my family, we are all young at heart. Okay? And I have always surrounded myself with friends, Ada lah, gang lah katakan. Semuanya hati muda. Ya Allah, Ya Rabbi. I'm sure, my gang, my age and older than me, they're so young at heart, they're discovering new passions, doing new things.
Yeah.
It's so inspiring. So because of them, I remain young at heart.
MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah. So again, it's not about, yes, we grow old. Yang tu kita tak boleh nak lari lah kan. Memang kita nak kena tua. Semua orang nak kena tua.
Of course, yeah.
But it's like you said, embrace that and love the fact that we are maturing and we are blooming at our age, kan? Okay, so and then there's also another thing, Tan Sri. People will always kind of like discard those who are aging, especially in the entertainment industry, and even sometimes in the business world, people who are aging, or rather people who have aged, are kind of like, being discarded. So do you champion this intergenerational values?
Yeah, I'm a strong believer in intergenerational values. I really am. Because, for instance, when I was in politics, I felt that, if I may use this example, okay, like say Wanita and Putri, it's very important for Wanita to mentor and embrace the young ones so that, the young ones can learn from Wanita sebagai ibu. And then for us, Wanita, what do we get from the young ones? We learn from them. They're our daughters. New skills, keeping up with them, achieving new, like it's all about change, kan? So if we work together, whether you're in the home, you're at work, you are in politics, you're in entertainment or wherever, this intergenerational value transmission of it is so crucial. Can you imagine, for instance, okay, I give you an example. When I was in government, I used to visit old folks home. Okay, old folks home. It used to pain me to see old folks just, sitting there aimlessly, even though they're being cared for by the government, healthcare, the doctors come and see and all that, they have got nothing to look forward to. Old folks homes were so quiet, like macam tunggu nak mati. Maaf cakap lah, betul tak? They're just there. And my one unfinished business was that, I thought, my God, when I visited Singapore, for instance, apart from other ni, I see Dato' Rose and gang dekat belakang tu pun.
Yes, I saw.
When I visited Singapore, for instance, their community centers, they had for old folks, and then they have the community center in the middle, and then they have tadikas, taskas.
Right.
You know why? So that the young, they have activities going on and all that. So the older ones are not, lost, in their lives. They got something to look forward to talk to the young ones, to teach them, to guide them, betul tak, to give them life. And young old folks yang dekat sana boleh jaga pun. And the young ones, will inspire the old ones. So that's why I feel there has to be a balance. Whether it's in development or whatever we do, whether it's in entertainment, in business, for instance, kalau ada lah dia punya, kalau ada this nice balance of those yang mature lah, and the young ones, I think we can achieve great things for the country. Anyway, we cannot put aside those who are, in what we call the aging community, warga emas or whatever name lah you call it, because they do contribute to the development, the economic development of the country. In some countries, Jita, you'll be surprised what they call the silver economy. This is called the silver economy. Contribute to a big chunk of the economy of the nations. Macam Japan, for instance. Japan has got the biggest number of the percentage of aging society. The silver economy, sustains them too. So, if you look at aging, macam entertainment lah. Of course, we like to see the young ones. I mean, we cannot deny that. It's so nice, so lovely to see our young ones, doing well, discovering new things, new techniques, new technology, the digital world. But it's not only for them. It's not only for them, but it is for everybody. So macam you kata entertainment world kan. I still find great pleasure, in listening, to songs sung by our what you call veterans ke apa. I mean like bakat macam tu kadang-kala yang dulu-dulu punya, you tengok lah whether they're artists or film stars in Hollywood, Bollywood, Malaya Wood or wherever, kadang-kadang tu tak boleh nak setanding tau. Like that kind. So I think I always believe in a balance in anything that we do.
So that goes to say that we have to validate. Everyone's life has to be validated. You said that. So is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think I think it's so wrong to categorize people, whether you're young or you're old, you are, lelaki ke perempuan ke apa-apa. I don't subscribe to that value lah. And it is very important for us to, as I said, when we talk about validation, when I was talking to Jita, it's very important for us wherever we go to validate not only our lives but other people's lives as well. Especially if you're a leader, especially if you're a leader ni, it's not only politics tau. For instance, like all of you here, I am certain you are leading something somewhere. Even if one person, is under your care, and whatever you do, you will be able to transmit something to that person. You're really a leader. Banyak kita ingat, nak jadi leader means, you must be like that. No, it's not that. So, Jita, don't give up.
Yeah, I mean, like
everybody. But actually, I'm telling you, I remember when I was minister in charge of welfare, I was thinking to myself, welfare, oh my God, most politicians do not want to be do not want to be in charge of welfare. Sebab apa? Tak glamour. I mean, to use a common parlance lah, like tak glamour, better do other things as well. But me and my team, I always work with a team, we decided, okay, we are looking after the disabled, for instance, senior citizens, the poor.
Okay.
What do you do to bring the government's attention to them, people's attention to them? So kalau dari segi secara apalah, generally say lah kebajikan. How do you glamorize kebajikan so that everybody will want to do it? It's fashionable, it's fulfilling, it's fulfilling to do it. Actually, macam dalam Islam pun, if you look at the Quran, the word kebajikan appears banyak sekali. Kebajikan, sedekah and all of that, okay? So we decided that, okay, we are going to do it. We are going to bring, all these hitherto issues yang maybe, not so great and not so, fashionable, whatever. As leaders, you must glamorize it, Maknanya to bring it, to arus perdanakan isu-isu ni, supaya sesiapa pun yang nak memperjuangkan boleh perjuangkan. Macam women's issues lah. Dulu kalau women's issues, janganlah nak bawa atas meja rundingan. It's always aside. So we say, no, we are going to do something, The word is, of course, empowerment of women. Mengarus perdanakan isu-isu wanita.
Right.
Terutama di dalam kabinet, dalam kerajaan. It's not like, okay. You know why this is important? Because when I started in this women's movement, I was deputy minister at that time. I was given Hawa. Hawa was just a small jabatan.
Yes.
I was deputy minister reporting to the prime minister. And then, but because we work as a team with NGO lah, semua lah, all of you, then we managed to, like Hawa macam women's affairs. I thought it was such a weak phrase lah. Don't want lah women's affairs, jabatan. Then when I presented to my bosses and I said that, it has to be about wanita dalam pembangunan, women in development. It's not women's affairs. Maknanya, there's the bigger pictures development. You must have women in the development. That was when I was deputy minister. Then when I became full minister, I said, no, don't want already that. We're now talking about women and development. Maknanya, no woman, no development of the country.
Right.
In fact, today, I think a lot of women are leading in development. Alhamdulillah.
Absolutely, mashallah.
Young and not so young, young at heart.
Yeah, okay, talking about that, I promised that we were not going to go into politics, but one last one. I remember you telling me about in those days, women cannot sign official documents.
Oh,
and
yeah.
That. Can you please tell us? Because that was news to me. I didn't realize that, like kita macam duduk zaman batu tau. Women tak boleh sign official, official documents. And very quickly, tell us that journey, please. Okay.
You must remember, like everything else, it starts from ground zero. Women all over the world, not only Malaysia, really had no rights, We were just an afterthought.
Sure.
Literally an afterthought. That's why, you must have good government, you must have good leaders, to fight for you. So, but because of my legal training, when I was deputy minister too, because thank God I was always close with the NGOs, and I like to work with clever people because that make me look clever also. Yes. You must and you must work with people who are cleverer than you. At least then you learn from them. And I was never scared of admitting, okay, I tak tahu tu because, for instance, I'm a lawyer. What do I know about medicine, for instance? Then you talk to the best doctors. The doctors will advise you, or doing business. I was not a business person per se, but I was more a corporate person because I chaired some public companies and all that. But I was not doing the business. So I was working with the NGOs and all that. I was appalled to find out that, hey, women cannot sign official documents.
Right.
Like macam Zainah, masa tu macam Zainah Anwar and all that. They're really good, bright leaders, NGOs. So masa tu Pak Lah was the Prime Minister. Tak boleh sign documents. For instance, if your child is sick and there is an emergency, the mother cannot sign the documents. I mean, isn't it ridiculous? Today you take for granted, okay? Some 20 years ago, no. You have to find the husband. Cari husband, tengok entah ke mana. Tak dapat, what's going to happen? Because mothers did not have the locus standi to sign. For instance, passports, mothers tak boleh sign. So, we worked together, and it was during Pak last time, because he was Home Minister, agreed, that there was a policy government that from now on, women can sign, mothers can sign official documents, which is, a breakthrough.
Absolutely.
I mean, like simple things like that. That's why when the ministry, was formed, the first thing I did, because of my legal training again, I believe that, you must have the laws and policies in place. You see, programs come and go. I mean, if you're helming the government, policies and laws are very important. That's why I knew I had to get the government, the cabinet, to agree to amend the constitution to specifically state in no uncertain terms, there shall be no discrimination based on gender. Alhamdulillah, you went through Article 82.
Thank you so much.
After that, so if all you ladies, you know of anything, any laws, because after that we audited lah semua all the laws, but of course it's not exhaustive, Do know that you have your rights. Sebab tu baru-baru ni, kan yang the issue about the warga negara, anak-anak, yang dilahirkan, ibunya citizen, but father not citizen, born abroad and all that, they are not, they're not citizens. I think we cannot allow that to happen anymore, to prolong. In fact, that was one of the last things we did lah, we did before I left the government. Datuk Sri Sham was the Home Minister, I remember, and he said, okay, pending all of that, dia punya some administrative punya affirmation to allow for certain cases, but it's very difficult lah. You got to change the law now,
Yeah.
So you must speak out for all of this. Being young at heart is having that energy, having that semangat untuk memperjuangkan isu-isu, misal katalah, young at heart is not only about, dressing young. I mean, to me, dressing is also very important. Ladies, how you look is very important. Remember, we are a package deal. Betul tak? You must have substance, you must have style. If you have substance, you tak ada style pun, orang tak hirau kat you. But if you have style, you tak ada substance, they will not respect you.
Daripada bimbo lah pula, kan?
Itulah. So being young at heart is not frivolous,
Yeah.
It's not frivolous. In that phrase, comes a lot of responsibilities.
Okay.
You can put that, being young at heart in any sector of government, and you can push it and get really good KPIs lah. Because, okay, one more thing I want to share with you. One of the things towards the end of my career government, there was this concept which I want to share with you. It's called the happiness quotient. For instance, like in Bhutan,
Okay.
I mean, in Nepal and all that. Do you know that for them, they measure, the national gross happiness of the nation. I love that concept.
Wow.
I think because for me at that time, I too, was, maturing, whatever. And I realized that actually, after being in government for some years, I thought, what is it? Because my target group at that time were all the poor people, the sick, the OKUs, the children, macam-macam lah. What is it, that we want? I see some rich people and all that. So also like, they want for more. Actually, is the happiness quotient, A nation which is happy is a productive nation. Young at heart. Betul tak?
Yeah.
So you Google and see, the happiness quotient. I mean, I wish that, we are able to bring that concept back to this to this country, because at the end of the day, tengoklah GDP berapa lah, tahap apalah, all the percentages, data here there, tengok, the citizens of the nation not happy.
Yeah.
Apa maknanya hidup kita, betul tak?
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're miserable, then that's it,
I think, at some point, in whatever policies we do, we should look at that, this gross national happiness, I think, gross national happiness. Yeah, you check out, in Bhutan, for
gross
instance.
national happiness.
I mean, they have got, adalah berapa criteria. I should have done more research. I didn't know you all be interested to know about this, Okay, I think there are some like 9 criteria, whether you have enough sleep or not, your marriage, your macam-macam lah. Then they have the GNI, I think it's called, then they can decide whether you're a happy person or not, or you're a happy nation or not. I find that so interesting. I think after this I'm going to look at that.
Okay, let's explore that. But it's true. I mean,
okay, hang on. I got to hear. My daughter was, just okay. Nak dengar tak? You want to hear ke? Young at heart, a happy nation, a happy person. Psychological well-being.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, this is relevant to our topic now.
Sure.
About being young at heart, being happy. Psychological well-being, life satisfaction, positive emotions, negative emotions, spirituality. It's very important. One spirituality, you'll be at peace, tenang.
Right.
Health, mental health, self-reported health status, healthy days, disabilities.
Right.
Time use. How long do you work? And how long do you sleep? Some people might be so like betul-betul lah, so successful, kaya raya, but they have no time for the family, for instance, like like no time at all.
Right.
I don't know whether that's worth it or not, So there are 9 of them, education, cultural diversity and resilience, good governance, community vitality, ecological diversity and resilience, living standards, assets, housing, household per capita income, and so on and so forth. So the country will measure this, and then they will grade whether you are a, happy nation or not, whether you're a happy person or not. Anyway, itulah, ada cakap banyak sangat lah.
Kena cakap lagi, tak boleh.
Okay, Ajita, why do we, it's so boring just for me to be talking. Why don't you open up to the others as well?
Nak sembang dengan orang, boleh.
Sembang lah, because we are a small group, so you say we have a ball.
Yes.
I want to hear from the others.
Please.
I think you all, okay, I'm young at heart, okay? I'm on sabbatical, and I never give up on life. I carry my scars well, because I have stared at the devil in the eye, so to speak, and that's the phrase. I've stared the devil in the eye. I'm not going to be vanquished.
Right. Wait, last before we open. When you say that, I stare the devil in the eyes, does this come from spiritual nourishment that you are able to do that?
I mean, definitely. I think it is. I would say 70% spiritual. The other 30% you have to carry it through yourself. You have to stay healthy. You want to be young at heart. Before anything, you got to look after your health. Okay, ladies, very hard to be young at heart, if you tak buat apa-apa lah, you see, for Muslims, it's always about doa dan ikhtiar, right?
Right.
You need to do both. So, health is so important, but this part of being young at heart, whatever age you are, especially as you're aging, you gotta have a healthy lifestyle. So, where were we? I got carried away. Why don't we open up a bit? I want to hear from everybody else.
That was my last question. We open. Mai, kita buka, kita sembang kerang. Ni apa semua? Dia dah cakap Penang dah ni. Kan, Kak Ain, dah terus, dia cakap Penang dah ni. Ni, kita hampa semua buka kamera kot. Kan, tak, kita aja, we are, come on. Let's look at, let Tan Sri look at all of you. I'm sure she would love to see all of you. Okay? Muka comel yang young at heart ni, kerang.
Wow, I think there's hope. Is that Nani?
Mai dah.
I mean like, hey, you everyone.
Assalamualaikum. Yes, hi Tan Sri.
I mean,
So
oh my God, I
happy.
think I know all of you.
So happy to be in this session. When I saw the poster on Juwita's Instagram, I figured, to heck with all the meetings on a Friday. I'm going to make it to this one.
You are not that age yet, Nani, but prepare from now to continue to be young at heart. Datuk Yati pun ada. With the hat tu, yeah.
Yeah, Datuk Yati.
I think I know
Good.
everybody.
Yes.
Oh,
Masya, Ida, Hani, macam lagi ya.
Country. Orang Bukit Damansara pun ada.
Laila, I know. Ni orang masjid. I tell you one thing. About being young at heart. Laila used to be quite a happening person and all that. And now, yes, I mean, she was, fun and out there. Then now she's very into the spiritual pursuits, like we all are. Betul tak? Let's admit it lah. We all are lah, okay? Invest in the hereafter. That one, no compromise. Then I found Laila, when she came with a jawatan kuasa masjid, okay? She was there. I'm like, wow. Because I'm so happy to see somebody like Laila, who's always young at heart, doing spiritual work. And Laila, why don't you share with them what you're doing at the masjid, okay? Kat Bukit Damansara. You know what? This is mengimarahkan masjid with people who are young at heart, okay? Because I noticed, untuk kita orang Islam, masjid kita selalu dipimpin oleh mereka yang dah mungkinlah yang macam like almost giving up our life when they shouldn't, okay? Whereas, for instance, like churches and all, because we work last time with churches and all that, kita buat welfare program, ramai volunteers dia orang are young.
Yes.
Correct or not? When you look at the volunteers from the churches, for instance, they're young. Rambut merah lah, apa lah, real ni. But in Masjid Damansara, Laila has got you. You won't believe it. Yoga classes.
We've got a dance class too every Wednesday.
Laila, I am entranced, when they came and there was a mix of, jawatan kuasa tu.
Yeah.
Puan Sri Nurhasni and, I think that's the way we should go.
It is.
Seronok dia nak belajar agama pun, for your spiritual enhancement. Like, not waiting to die lah. I think they so not... Explain, Laila.
Okay, Alhamdulillah, the masjid every Wednesday, we have what we call our dance class, which is being done by Kak Teh. And Kak Teh is an ex-netball, I think Malaysian player, but if you look at her and her energy, she puts me to shame, And our oldest member who comes, Arwah, was 82. And she just moved to how much you want to move. Like, siapa yang nak cepat, hang punya pasal. But I just want to enjoy myself. And it is like from 5, we started having 10, and now there's about 22, if not 20, more and more coming in. That's the Wednesday classes. Everyone is open to join. And we also have our Saturday stretching classes by Datin Norin. And oh my God, when we see how the Datin stretch and we can't, we say, tak apa. Kita buat pelan-pelan, kita mesti boleh buat. And everyone punya, I think when we go back, it's not so much of how old we are.
Yes.
But, we come with lots of love and we go back really, really feeling so much alive. That is why one of my tagline is, let's live life to the fullest.
Yes.
So
Laila, can I interject? You said you always go back with love, like a feeling of love. There's a Greek proverb, which says a heart that loves is always young. A heart that loves is always young.
Now they all know our secret, Tan Sri.
So I'm so happy to see all these faces, like, and I boleh nampak macam mix yang ada yang just nice,
I have what's special here.
Bell Yap.
Bell is one of my VLC members, trainers. We are
She's young. So what's your advice? Can we hear? I pula jadi moderator. Sorry.
I retire lah macam ni. Go on, Bell. Hi, Bell.
Hi everyone. Hi, nice meeting you guys. My name's Belle. Advice? I'm here to listen to advice, not me giving advices. What?
Okay. You know, when I was just thinking about being young at heart, Bell. Somebody said that, you know, after a certain age, katalah you hit 50, then you tell yourself, I want to remain, you know, say the age of 50 forever in my heart. So one of the ways of staying young at heart is to choose an age which you like, you know, and remain that in your mind. So looking at you, Belle, you know, I think some of us can decide to be younger than we are in our mind. But actually, I thought about it. Yeah, why not? I'm like, what age would I like to be? I don't want to be in my 20s. I don't want to be in my 30s because 30s tu cabaran betul tau. Macam-macam, you know. I think I was most comfortable and happiest when I was 50. You know, I like just settled down a bit. So 50. So I think now I fixed myself. I want to be like maybe 48 or, you know, okay lah, maybe not 50, 45 lah kot. No lah, 45 too young lah. I think I'll be happier at 50.
Okay.
So Belle, what do you
Very
think?
amazing age. This is purely just my own opinion. I think, nevertheless, experience or not, young at heart is just how much you are in acceptance with yourself right now. Nevertheless, what age you're at, nevertheless, if you're at the age of 20, 30, 40, or 50, sorry. So it is more of an acceptance of self and how much you want to see and challenge yourself in the future. It can be 30 if that's your best timing. It can be 50 if that's where you feel most comfortable at. It can be 17 where you have your most fun. It's just what you are looking to achieve in the future at the moment or in life. So that is my understanding.
Yeah, wonderful. Because you know what, macam for me, the thing which keeps me going, firstly, my family refused to let me grow old. I mean, to be honest, my husband is really inspiring. You know, dia always, kadang I pun kadang macam rasa macam nak tua dah, he will scold me, you know, and say, don't you ever, you know, feel that, you know, or try to look that, you know. Then I got my friends. So it's important to surround yourselves with positive people. Seriously, ladies, if you surround yourself with people who are negative, betul tak?
Yeah.
That's it lah. I never want to surround myself with people who are negative, you know. I like positivity in life, then they will bring out the best in you.
Absolutely.
So my gang, like those I know too, so young at heart, I can't believe it. You know, they're younger than the nannies and the bells in the world, you know. My God, mashallah. And you know what's the beautiful thing? Having reached a certain age, there's a balance. You know, like spiritual pursuits tu berjam-jam lah. You know, like semayang, ngaji lah, apa semua dah buat. Lepas tu nak karaoke, nak poco, nak gardening ke, nak, you know, jaga cucu ke apa. I think it's so beautiful, you know. That's why like other people inspire me. You know, when I look at them like, wow, if they can do it, then I also can do it. I think that's very important. No?
Absolutely. Tan Sri, I have someone here that I want to introduce very quickly. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gentlemen here again, ladies and gentlemen. When you said that, you know, your husband is a very strong supporter of you and you know, make sure you're young at heart. There is somebody here who wants to share her story, and I think it's very, very inspiring. She is graduating today. She got her scroll today. Please welcome Umi Ban. Tell us what happened. What happened today? What happened that led to today, Umi? Please.
Umi Ban. Where are you?
Assalamualaikum.
I think I've seen you before. I know you dah. No?
Yes, from 26 years before.
Oh,
Dekat Jinjang area.
There you are.
Panjang.
Oh my God, I dah tengok dah nampak muka ni, dah tengok. Okay, go ahead, let's hear your story.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. Assalamualaikum semua. And, Alhamdulillah. And salam sejahtera for non-Muslim. Okay, my journey actually, Tan Sri and Miss Joita, thank you so much for you at first. My journey, maybe I will make you all cry. I will make you touch because 24 years with my parents and 24 years now with my husband. Okay, the first 24 years I studied until SPM, and to go furthermore, to study more, I was not allowed. What happened is my mother punya style macam old person lah kan, zaman dulu. She said, tak apa, tak payah study lagi, cukup sampai form 5, kahwin je lah. After kahwin, then you do what your husband want you to do. You just obey your husband. But I was asking and asking a lot. I want to study because mom always said, tak apa, cukup. Abang you study, lelaki study cukup, perempuan tak payah study banyak-banyak. Because you have to sit at the kitchen only.
Okay.
Okay. So, saya tak boleh nak salahkan mom because mom pembawakan grandma macam tu. So, mom like that. So, what my father did is allow her to study. She get a first grade for her SPM. Allow her to study. Okay, my mother allow. Boleh? Umi, you can, but you cannot go to university, stay at somewhere and study, cannot. Then decided to take STPM. Okay, finish my STPM, 2 years. After finish my STPM, nak study lagi. My heart always say study, learn. I love it. So, I ask again, okay, masuklah. Dekat mana? Masuk, saya apply, Asunta clinic, nursing course at first, but not allowed it because kena stay. So my brother say, sorry to say this, my brother say, tak payahlah nak tengok orang punya, kahwin je lah. Yang faham lah ya. So, what happened? Kahwin lah. Tak ada jalan lain. Okay, kahwin. Alhamdulillah, syukur sangat. Lepas wedding punya ceremony, first night, 2 pagi, sit beside my husband. Lepas solat 2 rakaat, he asked me, actually, apa yang belum tercapai dalam hidup you? Dalam life you, apa you nak buat? Saya tergamam. I don't know what to say. Mostly, orang tahulah kan, baru lepas kahwin, engkau jagalah, mak mertua jagalah, bapak mertua jagalah, family kan. But the first word he said, what you want to be. So, saya said, masa tu saya cakap, saya nak study. Well, go ahead. Wow, bila dia cakap macam tu, well, go ahead. Saya tak tahu nak cakap apa. Saya cakap, okay. Then he said, trust me, love me, you can make it. Oh. So, the first day itself, dia dah cakap macam tu, first night, bukan first day, the first night tu. Second day, dia tanya, okay, what you want to do? Okay, pergi register untuk take a small courses. Kan, small courses, ambil yang kecil-kecil dulu. Then I open up a childcare center. Saya buka childcare center, umur childcare center saya adalah 18 tahun sekarang. Then, ada anak. Sambil itu, I did my diploma with distinction.
That's wonderful to hear. So you graduated in what now?
Now, I graduated with psychology, degree in psychology. After today only, I took my scroll.
Wonderful. Congratulations.
Okay, so now today he asked me, what you want to do next?
Mashallah. That's a keeper, man. That's a keeper.
Yeah, we got to meet him, Umi. We have to meet him, Maybe he can give a talk to some of the young husbands,
Yeah, I asked him just now, saya nak introduce in front of everyone. He said, Mama, you go ahead. You want to talk, what? You just go ahead. I have something to do. Dia tak nak introduce dia punya self. No. You just do it. He's my husband. Wow. Thank you.
Lechu, is that Lechu showing the picture at the back? Yeah.
ada gambar, muka tak nampak.
Tak nampak. But mashallah, thank you so much. Inspiring.
Sekarang saya pegang diploma, saya pegang degree in psychology, and with my centers, with my 4 children, and my first son is graduating next month.
Masya Allah.
So my second son pun tengah buat dia punya degree. My third one doing diploma. My younger one is baru saja 4 tahun. 4 tahun dah jam 4. So feel young forever. This is my family. Oh, belakang Madam Lechu punya ni. This is my family. So
okay.
everyone is here.
Masya Allah. Well done. This is what we want to hear. I mean, like, you know, you keep on studying, you keep on learning.
Yes, never give up. What I will say is, bila ada opportunity tengah ketuk pintu tu, just grab it, grab and do it. For sure there is kata ada naik turunnya, ada masalah lah apalah kan. When you have a supporter belakang, dalam heart you, he said love and trust. So until now, love and trust. Memang this is the pencapaian, and I really hug him and say thank you to him. And he just slumber je tanya, next is what? What you want to do the next one? So,
Masya Allah. Do your PhD.
Actually, after my diploma, memang I boleh jump to terus to master and do PhD. But I took this psychology actually for me myself to keluar daripada kata senario zaman-zaman dulu. You know, daripada nenek dia turun kepada mama, mama turun kepada saya. Memang torture and be a woman, dia kata duduk di kitchen je. Saya kata no. Memang ada kitchen for us to cook for everyone. Bukan duduk di kitchen je. I can do many things. Now, mak dan ayah tak ada. Recently je ayah saya meninggal. He is not around to see my achievement, but I believe
he's seeing you.
Yeah, I believe he's seeing me, and my mother also seeing me.
Yes.
InsyaAllah. And saya nak bagi tahu pada yang lain, teruskan je. Tak, age hanya number saja. Kalau ada heart, you just go. Age is memang number tu akan menaik, takkan turun. Jangan minta turun, takkan turunnya. So kita je yang boleh orang kata laksanakan, teruskan walaupun ada jeram-jeram. Just langkah je, masuk je. Boleh berjaya.
Yes.
Do it. Everyone can do it.
Thank you so much. Congratulations again, Umi. Thank you very, very much. I think someone else who wants to share. Kalau tak salah, Kartini. Tan Sri punya cousin ke mana? Orang jauh.
Yeah. Assalamualaikum everyone. Tan Sri Shahrizat. Do I refer you as Tan Sri Shahrizat atau boleh panggil Kak Ijat?
Kak Ijat lah. Everybody calls me Kak Ijat, okay?
Dari dulu lagi.
I'm so happy. Actually, coincidentally, this morning, Dr. Lily and I, with my personal trainer who is in Melbourne, we had a session and we were talking on the topic of menopause, women and menopause, pre-menopause, semua tu lah. And also this week is actually, kalau here in Australia, is malnutrition punya week. And Dr. Lily also make aware to us that is also pink ribbon, breast cancer week in Malaysia kan. So anyway, Alhamdulillah. So I saw your advertisement, but because of the time difference, bila I tengok pukul 3 tu, I ingat pukul 3 Adelaide. And we finished just now Adelaide time about 2:30 like that. So I tak sempat. Later then, I realized when Dr. Lily said, actually, your cousin is on at 3 p.m. Malaysian time. So that's when I start to join. Okay, what I would like to share or what I would like to ask Kak Ijat and the panel, the rest, how is Malaysia now dengan volunteering system? Because what I notice here, volunteering is just so great, and you really become young at heart by volunteering. And most of the people here that volunteers, like until 60s pun they are still volunteering. And semua these ladies, macam Kak Ijat kata tadi kan, you have your gang. So all these ladies kan, regardless umur ni semua memang gang up together. Itu satu. And also what I learned through volunteering, you actually eventually you learn tau. You learn and you actually get job eventually. In my case too, masa kat Malaysia hari tu, I work for 5 years in pharmaceutical industry and as research officer semua. But then when I came to Australia second time, I choose, after discussing with my husband, I choose to be full-time.
Oh, we've lost her. Oh no.
Minister of Home Affairs.
Yeah.
And that was for 16 years. Yeah.
She stayed home to look after her 5 boys. And she's a graduate in pharmacy, okay? She's married to a doctor. Tini, can you hear us? Yeah.
She's frozen.
I carry on. Okay, so I look after my 5 boys, really, and after 16 years, for the last 5 years, I've been working, and I have initially I worked different area as an assistant manager at a charity shop, but I started with volunteering there. And then they took me on board. And then after that, I wanted to change because also my youngest children at school, my youngest especially, and I really think it's his dua. He always say, "Mommy, I want you to work at the school. Mom, I want you to work at the school." In the end, one day it just happened. I keep on volunteering at the school. And then suddenly I was absorbed to the school. And also while volunteering, and then there was a pathway tau. Kat sini dia ada panggil apprenticeship. So I went through that pathway and I'm 53. Still the government offer all these things. So I study short course, 10 months course. Is certificate 3 in education support. But the beautiful thing about this is you still, although just certificate 3, but actually you learn a lot more new field. So I dah complete.
Oops.
Alhamdulillah, and I'm still working at the school. It's preschool, the classroom, sebab the children are so energetic, you know, and full of love. Comel-comel pula budak-budak kat sini, you know, yang Pak Arab, yang Mak Saleh, you know, it really fill up my world, my heart. And I think I am at the best age and best lifestyle now. Alhamdulillah, and my 5 boys, awesome boys.
She keeps freezing. Connection.
When I work, even when I'm not working, they role model to the children. And if I have a piala, if I have an award, I would give to him. He wash his own clothes, he iron his own clothes, and he not just that, you know, ups and down, we go through the journey together. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much.
My question is the volunteering in Malaysia. How is it now, especially?
I mean, if you ask me, I think we are doing very well. The pandemic, you know, the pandemic really showed, you know, the true heart of Malaysians. Kalau kita tengok, you know, regardless of race, age, everybody seemed to be coming up. But I think there is a need to systemize it a bit. Betul tak? You know, I think what I see happening in Malaysia is everybody nak buat tau. Kebajikan, charity, counselling, macam-macam. Frontliners ni, masa pandemik ni, yang muda, yang tak muda, semua keluar. Like I have friends, you know, like my age going to volunteer at the vaccination centers and all that, you know. So, Tini, I would say volunteerism in Malaysia is, you know, alive and healthy, but I think there has to be some form of recognition for them, you know, recognition for them, maybe like some system or whatever, you know, something, some ministry will have to look at this volunteerism ni. So, you know, alhamdulillah lah.
That's good, because as you said, over here the system is good. Sometimes we the school or the places that we go, they would send us for courses, and sometimes even we get some sort of you know, little voucher and things like that, you know. So that's recognition to it. But it's great to know that
Guess
things
who
are
just
picking up.
joined me? My grandson.
Malu.
Eden, say hello, Eden.
Eden.
Assalamualaikum kita.
Assalamualaikum.
Okay.
Waalaikumsalam.
Balik sekolah.
Sayang. So handsome.
This is what keeps me young at heart, okay?
Yes. There you go. There you go. Thank you so much. Do we have any more questions for
Dr. Yasmin. I know Dr. Yasmin Raja.
mana Dr. Yasmin? Mai, Tan Sri dah panggil dah, kita sembang. Mana dia?
Another one from Australia, Yasmin. Thanks.
Yasmin.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Boleh dengar?
Boleh.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum Tan Sri and the rest as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, saya dari Melbourne, so saya dah duduk sini about 15 years already. I'm here.
Yeah. You're from Melbourne. Yeah. How's the weather like there?
Weather here like kalau kat Melbourne dia 4 musim satu hari.
Oh yeah, that's right. What about the situation with COVID ya kat sana?
Oh, very strict. So we're still under lockdown even until now. So they're trying to push double vaccine. Tapi masalah kat sini dia ramai jugalah yang anti-vaccine ni.
Really?
Yeah. They just got this protester going out. So basically the government is was trying to encourage everyone to do it. Diorang sampai bagi macam kalau you dah full dose, you have the eligibility to win a prize of 1 million. Sampai ke tahap itu. To that extent, yeah. But,
are you a medical doctor?
Sorry?
Are you a medical doctor?
Oh tak, saya in marketing. So basically I do coaching and mentoring. So I support banyak female entrepreneurs. So macam Kartini cakap, saya pun kadang tak perasan juga yang saya banyak juga buat volunteering work secara tak langsung. I mean like I was invited and then I have a lot of migrant and refugees. So itulah banyaklah pengalaman. Mungkin ada sebab Allah letak saya kat sini kan. So basically I learn a lot lah. Kalau kita cerita tentang feeling grateful dan sebagainya, sometimes we listen to people, ada je, complain lah, complain sana, complain sini. But I'm glad that I have the opportunity to support migrant yang datang from, like third world countries. So bila saya do coaching with them dan sebagainya, saya rasa macam masalah kita ni kecil sangat tau. Sangat kecil. So saya sampai satu tahap, I support women from Cambodia yang went through the Pol Pot regime. Saya sebelum tu saya tak tahu langsung tentang Pol Pot regime ni apa tu semua. But because of my actively involved in volunteering those kind of things, so I've learned a lot about their culture and I was surprised, because diorang ni memang sangat-sangat kuat lah. But when I do a bit of like training with them apa semua, 5 minit saja I tengok half of them start menangis. Because I specialize in emotional intelligence, so I support and help people in terms of how they can manage their emotions and feelings. So basically they went through a lot of trauma lah. So itulah satu benda saya nak share dengan like what we are doing today is just amazing. So I would like to congratulate Adla and the rest as well, because I think this is the time where women should support each other. It doesn't matter what background you are, because saya coach orang macam-macam bangsa, even bangsa Kristian ke dan sebagainya, but at the end of the day kita still manusia biasa. At the end of the day sometimes saya realise apa sebenarnya manusia hendak, we just want love, that's all. We want to be connected, we want that love. Banyak duit macam mana sekalipun yang saya pernah coach, setengah wanita, they have everything, still they are not happy with themselves. So because of something within us, that for me, I believe that it's already time for us to support each other. So for me, alhamdulillah, saya dekat sini, saya banyak not just volunteering work, because I coach people from various background and culture, because saya nak tunjuk kind of like a role model that we are Muslim people. Because I've got one friend, dia daripada apa ya bangsa dia? Lupa masa kat mana ya, negara dia. But she said, because dia ni quite Christian tau. So dia kata, Yasmin, if I were to expose myself that I'm making friends with you, like wearing hijab dan sebagainya, I can guarantee 100% of my community will disagree. So, I was surprised tau, kita orang boleh berkawan rapat, macam sisters, boleh sampai share in detail, sedangkan dia quite Christian. Saya Muslim. So one day what we did is kita orang buat satu live session tau dekat dia punya platform. So seram sejuk jugalah, risau jugalah. And dia kata community dia was so surprised. Dia orang kata dia tak sangka yang ada wanita Muslim yang berpelajaran tinggi, yang boleh berkomunikasi, and can actually help and support other people. They don't know that because they've been exposed in the media, like Muslim teroris, wanita Muslim duduk rumah jaga anak. So that is where I've learned a lot. Staying here in Melbourne, I expose myself to other culture. In fact, some of my friend, ada seorang tu dia orang Yugoslavia. Dia kata, Yasmin, you are the first one that I get to know and be very close. Because initially I wanted to, like have friends with all these Muslim people, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid that I might ask the wrong question. So bila saya share dengan diorang, I open myself. I'm just a human being. It's just that the way that I dress up is different. So that's how I started to connect and kind of like educate them. This is Muslim, so this is Islam. So basically, yeah, thank you so much guys for giving me the opportunity today. Tak nak ambil masa Tan Sri. This is supposed to be your platform, your stage.
No, I think this is more fun, like I think it's more intimate and we learn from one another. It's so important,
Yeah, that's so true. It's just that one more thing yang saya rasa saya nak share dengan semua orang hari ni lah, yang saya rasa I started to realize something. Because saya ni dalam group, one of my friend tak tahulah macam mana because she was being abused by the husband. Tapi dalam konsep abuse ni bukan physical tau, it's more on emotional. So what happened is dia letak saya dalam one of this group sebab saya ni sangat-sangat curious, with domestic violence dan sebagainya. So what happened is yesterday all these women yang dalam group those domestic violence ni, diorang suruh tengok cerita Maid. So kalau you all ada Netflix.
Oh yeah, I'm watching that now.
Yes,
I'm watching that now. Yeah,
oh my God.
Yes.
That
it's
is
amazing,
story.
It's called Maid.
Yeah, exactly. So people need to watch that. Saya baru sembang dengan anak dara saya tadi. Saya kata, this is very important guys to understand because kalau kita tengok physical abuse, orang tahu. Kita kena lebam ke, kena pukul dan sebagainya. But emotional abuse ni yang banyak orang tak tahu tau. And then it's kind of like against the system as well. Because dalam cerita Maid tu, budak tu so innocent. Dia tak tahu pun dia been emotionally abused. And that is considered under domestic violence. So saya rasa, saya nak many people, especially women, must understand this. Because so many people don't actually realize, in the relationship, Alhamdulillah, some people, Alhamdulillah, rezeki, dapat suami yang bagus dan sebagainya. But based on my experience, coaching some of the women out there, that is the reason why I become so curious tau. Macam mana boleh jadi macam ni? Because there are some of these ladies yang saya coach, they are very, very resourceful, they are very smart women. Unfortunately, because of this relationship that caused them very confused, with themselves, they couldn't step up and level up. Dia tak boleh, dia rasa tersangkut, dia rasa macam terjerut. And they don't know what that is. And then they are very scared. So basically pada siapa yang nak tengok cerita, tolonglah tengok cerita, Maid tu, and also didik anak perempuan kita tau. Didik diorang so that diorang tahu, how to find the right healthy relationship. Because macam dia cerita dalam cerita tu kan, because emotional abuse is very hard. It's very hard to identify and can be very, very confusing. So dia makan dalam ya. So itulah yang saya tengah belajar lagi lah Tan Sri and the rest as well because
maybe Adla and WMN nak buat next session, you can call all these experts.
She's coming in the next session.
Yeah, Dr. Yasmin will be our next speaker by the way.
Okay.
Inshallah, yes, we will invite you as well, Tan Sri.
she's the next speaker after you, Tan Sri. So we will.
Thank you. Yeah.
So again, thank you for sharing that, Dr. Yasmin. I mean, what you can't see doesn't mean it's not there.
Yep.
Exactly. That is even more dangerous. You know, what you can't see, but it's there.
I saw Jita, I saw Fatimah Abdul Hamid kita ni. You know, where are you now, Fatimah?
Assalamualaikum, Tan Sri. I have already retired and I'm happily retired actually. Still
Alhamdulillah.
young at heart.
Yes, important tu.
Yes.
Still young at heart. Yes. Hi, Laila.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Wait, very quickly, I have Mr. Nawaz Koya, who is the fabulous husband of Ume. Please turn on your camera. Where are you? Let all the ladies see this man supporting her. Who's been supporting her from day one. Ladies, I think he deserves a round of applause from all of us. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for doing what you've done for your wife. It's amazing. Allah, hilang dah. Sat je kan? Mahal tu tak boleh tunjuk kat orang.
Buka kamera sayang, buka kamera.
Sayang. Mahal tu nak tunjuk janggut. One more time. Please, a big round of applause for this man who has been supporting his wife from day one. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Allah bless you. We need more people like you to be the backbone of women all around the world, especially here in Malaysia. Thank you so much. Terima kasih banyak-banyak. Thank you so much for doing what you
Unmute.
empowering women, especially your wife.
Saya tak ada nak cakap kan, hanya Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
Thank you.
InsyaAllah kita bantu apa yang sedaya upaya yang kita boleh untuk keluarga kita. InsyaAllah.
Amin.
Have got to hear this. When we post this, share this, ladies, with all the episode kena share dengan all the men in our lives. Anyone else yang nak share before we go? Dah pukul 4.20. Saya dengan Tan Sri.
Boleh saya cakap sikit? InsyaAllah.
Boleh.
Okey, terima kasih untuk memberi ruang untuk saya ucapkan. Datuk, saya tak tahu siapa, Tan Sri ada, Datuk ada kan, sahabat-sahabat ada. InsyaAllah kita buat yang terbaik untuk keluarga kita dengan umat kita. InsyaAllah kita akan usahakan yang terbaik untuk keluarga dan masyarakat kita. Alhamdulillah dan terima kasih untuk berikan ruang untuk saya sepatah dua kata. Segala puji bagi Allah dan saya akan tetap usaha saya. Amin. Okay, saya ada mesyuarat sikit, saya minta undur diri dulu.
Terima kasih banyak-banyak.
Okay, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullah. Thank you so much. Thank you. So it is 4:21. As I said, I janji dengan Tan Sri. Tan Sri, kita sembang 1 jam ni. Ni dah lebih daripada 1 jam. Kita bagi peluang satu saja lagi. Anybody wants to share? One more last sharing before we go? Anybody? Kalau tak ada, I nak bagi peluang Datin Liz to very quickly tell us what's going on next. What's up in the pipelines for WMN. Silakan, Datin Liz.
Okay, thank you so much. First and foremost, I would like to thank Tan Sri for such an engaging and inspiring discussion. I love it. I love the suntiness, that you make everyone relax and willing to share. That's really, really good. All right. And I think I learned a lot, especially the part that you say you got to actually pick an age. I'm 53 this year. I think Yatini, right? We are same age. Me, Lily, we are same school. I think I will stay at 50 lah kot. I agree. I think 50 is a good age. All right. And I pun dah dapat cucu. Alhamdulillah, I can feel the difference lah. The cucu ni, dia rasa lain sikit. Anyway, thank you so much to Juwita as well and all the ladies for being here today. So a little bit what we're going to actually doing next. We are recruiting mentors and also mentees to be part of our Women Mentoring Development Program. So that is the e-flyers that we have. I will get my team from Adla to drop the link to register. All right, and it's open. It's voluntary, as you know. Mentoring is voluntary. I don't charge you, and I don't pay you. Okay, this is something that you do out of your own passion to develop yourself as well as to develop other women. So this is an opportunity for you to be part of our women mentoring program. and it's open to everyone, and you can pick any areas that you want. You can pick like you want to focus on entrepreneurship, you focus on career advancement, you focus on family, work-life balance, health, anything. Please be free, and I really hope that you can advocate this to more people. And of course, we would love Tan Sri you to be part of us. Definitely, advising us on how to make it better and more more meaningful. Okay, so come and join us, and inshallah, we'll be having the next Voice of Change next 2 weeks with Dr. Yasmin. And just to let you know, we're going to actually conclude this Voice of Change in November, and in December we're going to have a webinar, and inshallah we're going to start again in December. So if you guys interested to speak, to share, you have any ideas that you want to advocate to other women, please drop a note to us. We will take note of that, and we will give you the opportunity. So the platform is open. And Datuk Rose, apa khabar? I miss you too. I miss your pep talk. You give us a pep talk.
We miss you too, okay?
Hagi, Datuk Rose punya hagi, ya.
Rose, Rose dengan siapa?
I've got Rabita and Liza here.
Hi.
I should have known. Rabita,
Yes, hi.
how are you?
I was telling you, I still miss my win so much.
Liz was a former student in my win academy.
Yes, Dr. Shahrizat.
Very well.
Yes. I miss you guys. You guys should do an alumni party. Get together.
How about that? How about that?
Liz,
how about that?
I hosted.
Yeah, you can host it.
How are you guys? Miss you, man. Ni ada seorang lagi, dia duduk sengak tau, Ain Alkaf ni, dia tak mau buka kamera pada tadi lagi kita.
Siapa dia?
Mana Ain? Where is she?
She's right down there. She won't turn on her camera. Mahal lah muka tu kan, nak tunjuk kat kita kira.
Why do I feel like I'm at a party?
You are.
The only thing is we are not having coffee, or eating. Betul tak? This is a virtual party kind of thing. Don't tell the men, okay?
Yes. Because the vibe is so good. It's so good. Everybody like so happy. We're happy to have
all young girls. We're young girls.
Yes.
I so feel young. I feel even younger now, okay?
Aida, you always feel young lah, right from as you mentioned in your talk just now. And we don't let you grow older, okay?
Yeah, actually, I wanted to grow old. To be honest, in 2018, I said I want to grow old. But it's, of course, my daughter especially, my husband, the whole family, they are fed up with me. Then I realized that, hello, even if I want to grow old, I can't. My DNA just refuses to let me grow old because you know why? I'm so incorrigible, girls.
Oh.
Ladies,
No apology. I tell you, my sabbatical is over. I'm gonna have a life.
Yay!
And always remember, Tan Sri Shahrizat called us girls today.
Yeah.
Girls.
You feel so young now.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
I'm 17 girls.
Yeah.
Siapa dia? Aren't we girls? Betul tak?
We are girls. We are girls.
Yeah.
We are always girls.
Yeah. So before we go,
maybe one, you know what? Maybe once dah kita jumpa tu, maybe I can host tea, at my little house, and y'all can come. But I don't know what Tini to fly back, and Dr. Yasmin, I'm not so sure tau. Dr. Lily, you're here or where?
Dr. Lily's here.
Here. Putrajaya.
Okay lah. Tu macam pergi luar negara lah juga, Maybe we can have fun. Betul tak? I can host Adla and WMN to have tea with me.
Wow, thank you.
Datuk Nahiti on, Haiza, semua yang tampak. Roshida, Alia, Intan Farhana. Mana yang nampak muka ni? Ida Maslina. Siapa lagi ni? Semua ni macam nak jumpa lah tak main Mastura, ya? Ilin How. Noliza. Anyway, thank you so much lah, Juita, for...
Before you go, one last question. Last question. What is next for Tan Sri Shahrizat.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Soalan Cikgu Mas.
Wow, I teringat.
What's next?
What is next for Tan Sri Shahrizat Jalil?
Girls, I want to conquer the world with all of you. Yeah, why not? Betul tak? Okay, what's next? I want to conquer the world with all of you. Maknanya, all of you must do well. You see, for me, when I was in government, I was Ketua Wanita, always is about working as a team and building a galaxy of stars. Always, when you're a leader, you want to build a galaxy of stars. You don't want to be a lone star. You don't want to be a lone star, betul tak? So for me, what's next? Wherever I am, if all of you were to do well, I think that's me conquering the world. Correct or not? Awak yang diam semua dan like.
Terkejut sebab nak kena conquer the world.
Terkedu.
Okay.
Ma'am.
What's next, Juita? I'm challenging all of you go conquer the world.
Yes.
Wherever you are. Macam conquering the world for me means nak belajar mengaji balik kan. It's like sometimes kita doa, ya Allah, awak lah susah nak belajar doa ni, nak hafal. Betul tak? That's conquering, that's doing something new. Doing tafsir. For instance, to me that's conquering the world too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So wherever you are, go and conquer the world and we work as a team.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much, Tan Sri Shahrizat Abdul Jalil. We share the same surname.
Ada orang tanya lah Kak Ijat, Juita ni your sister ke? I said, yeah, sister also, Tapi lain bapak, lain mak, tapi sister.
Betul.
For being here with us. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation, for coming out of your.
Thank you, Tan Sri. Thank you.
Thank you so much, girls, for being here with us, for making this an amazing afternoon. I think we're going to snap this photo together. Please turn on the cameras. Mai kita dapat.
Juita, can you make sure I look 50?
But you are. No, orang pakai lari dah tak ada ambil gambar. Mai kasih dulu.
Tak kisah, kita nak ambil gambar.
Where is Sally?
Hi.
Sally. Yes.
Sally.
Where she came? Nani, yeah. Linda. Yati, now you're on. Oh, I want a picture too. Where's Belle? Yeah.
Belle hilang. Belle, turn on your camera, Belle.
Okay, we're going to take pictures, ladies.
Okay, Juita, send to me. I nak masuk my IG, okay?
Yes, I will. I'll send it to you, inshallah.
Sharifah Asma. Yes.
Right. Ready? On my
Where's
count.
Belle. The only one is Belle. Yeah, okay.
See, Tan Sri asking for Belle. Where is she? Dah buka kamera belum?
Okay.
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 All right. Smile. 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Another one. We have full screen. Maintain your smile. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Freestyle.
Oh no. You do that, huh? Yeah, the Korean thing. No. I takut
Love,
tadi
you
dia
send
hilang pula.
love. Send love. Small love. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Cheese. Alright, another one. Because I don't know which screen will be in. Ada dua ni. Okay, lagi sekali. Peace or love or whatever you want to give to everyone. Right. Alright, okay. Thank you very much, ladies.
Okay, girls, remember, remain young at heart, okay?
We will. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tan Sri.
Allah bless
Thank you
you
so
all.
much, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you. Bye.
Stay safe semua.
Bye, girls.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye Kak Ija. Bye Kak Joyta.
Bye.